Good morning. This is Bill from Auto Europa Naples. It's the morning after a big, long, miserable rain. We've had nothing but a downpour, but hard to complain after seeing what happened to the Panhandle. That was quite a miserable storm those guys had. Fortunate it didn't hit us here, but our hearts all go out to those guys, and best wishes for a quick and speedy recovery. What I've got this morning is this 2009 Mercedes-Benz CLK350 Coupe, and not just a coupe, but a Grand Coupe. This is a very limited edition. In fact, one of only about 500 cars, certainly one of only about 500 coupes made in 2009. It's finished in palladium silver, an absolutely gorgeous color, tobacco leather with contrasting black inside. This is one of those things Mercedes does is in the final model year of a car to make it more sellable. Everybody knows, they know the new model's coming out. They're not necessarily wanting to spend a ton of money on the old model. So Mercedes really butters them up in the last year to incite people to buy them. And wow, did they do a good job with this CLK Coupe. This is something that I went out and bought. And I tell you what, I've never, in my memory, bought a car with 117,000 miles before. It's just too many. It's too many for what I like to sell. We specialize in low-mile vehicles. When I saw this thing on the pre-sale, I found this great little auction where all the local dealerships take their trade-ins. So they're all owned by this big, giant behemoth company. And they insist that these cars all get taken to their little rinky-dink auction over on the East Coast. So even though Porsche at Naples is, 100 yards away from us, I have to drive over to Fort Lauderdale and stay in a flea-bag motel in order to buy one of their trade-ins. But it's worth doing. And this one in particular was worth it to me. This one came from Mercedes-Benz of Naples. Was a one-owner car since new, been locally driven and maintained. The Grand Coupe thing, 2 keys, great service history, fantastic looking car, and the price was right, so I just had to jump all over it. You can see the color is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, that palladium silver. The styling of the coupe is fantastic. This is a W209 body. CLK, which is kind of the last CLK. It went to an E-Class after this, even though it's basically the same platform. But I guess they found the CLK nomenclature a little bit confusing. But it does have that pillarless window design. You can see I've got them down right now. So you get all this giant, the area, the air on the end with the sunroof open. It becomes very convertible-like. And this harkens back to a Mercedes design philosophy that's gone on for generations with their coupes. All right, let's have a look in here. Let's not. Maybe it's locked up. We got some keys, so we should be in good shape. There we go. Up pops the trunk, and you can see we've got a pretty good area back there to put stuff. It does also have fold-down rear seating, so if you want to pop those guys down, no problem. Those are the original mats in black with gray trim around them. The thing is just immaculate. This car is just absolutely immaculate. It's another one from this series of cars that I would own, and that is very rare indeed, because I really hate almost every car I see. I don't know how this thing ends up locked in here. All right, let's have a look under the hood. Okay, so under here we are going to find a 3.5 liter light alloy V6, putting out about 268 horsepower. Not about, exactly. Made into a 7-speed automatic transmission. Absolutely lovely drivetrain in this car. Silky, buttery smooth. Plenty of pep, just exactly the right amount of everything. This, shares the motor with the E-Class, which is just, again, sort of that perfect, the car that just suits every need without exceeding, any power expectations or underperforming. It's just perfect. You see those big ovoid light assemblies. They kind of look like two lights, but they really are just one assembly. Beautiful sport grille on the bottom, part of that AMG sport package, sort of meant to emulate the wing on a race car, Formula One car. The fog lights down low. It's got these very attractive twin spoke AMG alloys. Here on the side you can see the Grand Edition badging. Again, that's one of 500 cars, so pretty cool stuff. Have a look inside. I'm telling you, I just absolutely love this thing, and it's such a reliable platform. It'll be able to go for 200,000 or 300,000 miles without an issue. And look how gorgeous that tobacco and black contrast is. Also in this Grand Edition car, they've put in very attractive looking silver aluminum trim instead of the normal wood, so it sort of adds a new feature to that. The most beautiful color seats. That tobacco leather is stunning. When I move the seat forward, you can see it all goes up to make for nice, easy access, and then you'll be able to fit a couple of people back there, no problem. It's all just very pretty. All right. Now, when I pull it out, it's all going to mist up, so I suppose we should just open the door and run it for a minute. I'll do my interior in here before we bring it out. Still getting used to this photo booth thing. I know a lot of people hate it. I'm not particularly in love with it, but what are you going to do? Anyway, let's fire it up. All right, nice growl from that 6 as it fires up. There you can see it's beeping at me like crazy. Out comes the seatbelt presenter. Very nice. So that makes the seatbelt easy to grab. You don't have to reach around behind you, contort yourself, try to do some sort of yoga move to get to the seatbelt. And everyone's going to be pretty happy about that. All right, I'm just going to pull it out. The hell with the mist. Man, did we have a big rain last night. Absolutely huge rain. All right, let me get back out. I want to close the gate to save my air conditioning. We may as well turn on the front and rear defrost too. I'm not going to tell you the code that somebody programmed this with, but it's ridiculous. I mean, could we get out of the 6th grade? Okay. Turn that fan down as well. It's too loud. Okay, so here we have a very simply laid out instrument cluster. You've got 3 analog gauges with the driver information center in the middle. You've got the 2 digital bars on either side for fuel and water temp. Over here you've got your automatic headlights, nice stuff. Turn 1 for auto, turn 2 for park, 3 for full on, pull once for fog, pull twice for rear fog. Do not run around with your rear fog lights on. You're going to look ridiculous if you do. It's just one big brake light on the left side of the car. Nothing special about it. This fantastic sport steering wheel with the perforations on the side, the grippities. It's got flippity paddle shifters there. You've got multifunction controls on the wheel for the radio and telephone. You got your cruise control up there. You've got 14-way, 15, 18, who knows, a lot of different ways this thing goes. Power memory seats, the leather is very nice. They are heated as well. What do we got here? We've got electronic stability program. That's the traction control that you can turn on and off. You've got lock and unlock. This will lower the rear headrests. This is the heated seat for the other side. Down here we have Mercedes-Benz command unit. All very nice stuff. That gives you your navigation, your satellite radio. Lovely. Also, of course, AM, FM. And we do have a Bluetooth rig still with the car, very nice. So this one is Bluetooth capable. You can also eject it. That's how you get to your DVD and CD drive. Very nice. You get single CD there, and you get a changer in the glove box. And your DVD nav disc goes in there as well. Again, with the aluminum, I absolutely love that. I think that's just gorgeous. That brushed aluminum finish on this car really separates it from all the other CLKs. Not even the AMG cars look like that. You got dual side climate control, all very nice. You got a little place to put crap in there. In here you got some books, you got an iPod connector, you got a CD changer. Lovely. Here on the transmission, very nice leather shift knob trimmed with chrome, the Mercedes emblem, comfort and sport settings, so that'll change your shift points to be, you know, either soft and pleasant or a little bit firmer. You got a true bona fide ashtray there if you decide to be a smoker. I'm not. Well, okay, maybe a little. But anyway, if you smoke, you can use that. Nobody ever has in here. We got a cup holder here, second one in there. All very nice. Up top, you've got a now fogged up self-dimming mirror with HomeLink garage door control. You've got Mercedes-Benz M-Brace. I don't know if that's still being supported or not, but that SOS button, if you press that, you're going to get a very angry German person wondering why you're bothering them. They might help you out if you need it, though. We got a big power sunroof. Lovely. Down it comes. Put the screen up and you're all set. I like the black headliner in this car too. Let's run the windows up. And again, I just absolutely love the way that this car has no pillars and just no frames around the glass. Makes it very, very cool. Alright, so we're not going to be able to see anything as we go for a drive. What the hell? All these things to get around. Go. Defrost for a moment. I know nobody can hear anything. All right. So again, the CLK Coupe is essentially an E-Class level car. That puts it in the middle of the Mercedes-Benz lineup. Made it cost anywhere from, I don't know, $40,000 to $60,000 depending on equipment. Got all kinds of tightness this morning. Keep that going. And they are just a joy to drive, you know, particularly the Coupe. This, you know, it's basically, again, an E-Class Coupe, so it's very nimble. It's got rack and pinion steering, not the recirculating ball stuff that Mercedes had for so many years. So the steering is quite light and responsive. Doesn't feel clunky and heavy. Doesn't feel like an old guy's car. You know, as I mentioned in other CLK videos, this thing was designed to address all the complaints about Mercedes, you know, being too stodgy and heavy and built for old guys. And, you know, this was supposed to be more youthful, more agile, more athletic, you know, lighter sort of, you know, feel to the car. The controls were supposed to be more modern, not this old block wood. You know, it's all fantastic stuff, those Mercedes of the 80s, but they are also very, very predictable. You know, this brought a lot more style into play with the, you know, all the ovals, the circles within circles. You know, it's just a more handsomely styled car. You can tell they let their styling department have a bit more leeway with this thing. Look at that. I've got one headrest up and one down. It is the kind of thing that makes me go bananas. I mean, when it comes out of detail, I tell them, make sure everything's aligned. I need symmetry, you know? I have to have symmetry. The seats need to be in the same positions. The headrests need to match. Nobody listens to me, I swear to God. What are you gonna do? All right, anyway. Let's go for a spin. Try not to kill myself or others. Felt that traction control kick in. We've got wet roads this morning, so that's going to apply brakes or throttle as needed to keep the car steady. Perfect shifting. I mean, whoever owned this thing was really precise and annoying and irritating. I mean, this thing is just in fantastic condition. Michelin tires. Somebody just loved on this car. All these red lights. Whole life is a series of red lights. Well, anyway, there it is. This is a 2009 Mercedes-Benz CLK350 Grand Edition, one of 500 cars built in '09 as a special edition to try and create excitement about the final year. It's also a good idea to buy a final year car for Mercedes because they keep improving them as they go. If they find it has any design flaws in the early versions, they, work them all out by the time you get to the last year. So all the kinks and bugs would have been worked out of this thing by the time it hit the showroom. And I'm sure it was in the showroom, this thing. So if you have an interest, give us a call, 239-298-8000, on the web at aenaples.com. I tell you what, you're just not going to find a cooler, better, finer car for the money of this thing. I mean, I know it's got some miles on there, 117, but, this platform can go 200 or 300 if you maintain it, so it's not a big concern, and you will have the most attractive CLK Coupe that I have ever seen for really cheap money. So again, 239-298-8000, on the web at aenaples.com. I'm heading off to Sebring to have a pleasant weekend away from everyone, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend too. Thanks so much for having a look. We'll see you with the next one.